Yeah, so welcome to the meeting, ZecHub Sync meeting on 22nd of July. And yeah, let's begin, I guess. Core team updates, stuff that we've been up to over the past 2 weeks. I think meeting we had, um, me and Vito and Dan were at ZECC Summit. Yeah, and since then we've come back. We've resumed activities on ZecHub. Yeah, and there's a lot happening. So I am currently also working with Zingo on producing some interviews around Zingo 2.0. And yeah, tomorrow I'll be recording an interview with Oscar, Pepper, and Hazel on the Zingo team about Pepper Sync and what it means, some of the new features in Zingo. And so these will be released via channels and via Zingo channels as well. So it's pretty cool collaboration happening. Yeah, I've just finished recording a tutorial on MetaMask Snap, the Zcash shielded Snap. Yeah. So, just like that sound effect, I had to restart it a few times. It's still very new, so I think those things are going to be worked out over the coming weeks, I hope. Yeah, what else? We have a meeting coming up with Shapeshift, I think. Is that right, Vito?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow, we will have a meeting with Shapeshifts to discuss about the integration of Zach and the DEX and the partnerships with marketing and stuff like that.
Exciting stuff. Yeah, I think Jason might be there as well. So yeah, it might be cool to get an interview. Maybe also to get an interview with ChainSafe and that team who created the MetaMask Snap. Or like a community space, something like that. And yeah, what else have we got coming up? Dismad? Anything you can remember?
Videos.
Just I made some tutorials that I'd like to share eventually. Vito's helping me edit them. One of them involves Light Wallet D and Zeno, and the other involves Penumbra and Namada.
Awesome. So on the topic of Penumbra and Namada, I have a DAO meeting tomorrow. So all the members of the DAO, please come along to the meeting. We're going to be discussing ZecHub project direction, partnerships, and such things. Yeah, so something very quickly to show you. One big thing that we have coming up is the hackathon. And so this is where, for people who weren't around last year, we hold a hackathon where we invite people to create apps, games, tools, anything that interacts with the Zcash network is welcome. So we invite people to create things. So this is like a draft of the hackathon. Well, this is going to be the ZecHub Wiki website. It's going to have a countdown to the day that the hackathon starts. And yeah, there's like a bunch of information, documentation, which we provide, and like very big prizes. I'm not going to scroll down to the exact prizes, but this year is like 10 times bigger than last year. So I don't know, go and do research into last year's hackathon. This one's going to be pretty cool. You can see that there's a near logo. So we're thinking about some collaboration with the near ecosystem around this hackathon. They've recently released agents which allow for cross-chain swaps. So like you've seen on Near Intents, you can do a very quick, very almost free swap between Zec and other assets. So if you're a developer using Shade agents, you could make some kind of interface where, I don't know, if you want to buy Cypherpunk 0 NFTs, you can pay directly with Zec and it'll do the swap for you and send the NFT to your Ethereum address, right? Stuff like that. Or it could be like a newsletter publishing app, or it could be a radio station, who knows? Okay, so that's that. Main, awesome. Okay, very cool. Did you guys see that? What did it say? I love it. Yeah, so that was a short transition, which we'll be using on Friday. We have a ZKAV Club event happening, live stream, and part of it will be me going over ways that you can use Zcash for publishing and broadcasting. So yeah, if you're around on Friday, come along. It's going to be interesting. And we're thinking of doing this kind of collaboration with ZKAV Club once per month. So I don't know, maybe next month Dismad could present something, and then the next month Vito could present something. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Definitely. Sounds good.
Awesome. Great to hear. Dan, the videos, the Zashi video is really cool. That was nice.
Well, thank you guys for making it.
Right. I think it was Zero Darts mainly.
Yep, it looked really good. I had to do a little bit of audio background noise. Oh,
Yep, I'm still here.
oh, sorry. Maybe that was on my end. Yeah, it looked amazing. I had to do a little audio background noise, AI magic, and I was happy to put it out on the Zashi account. It was great.
Yeah, I can't wait for the others. There's so much. There is so much. Like, you've got all of your hands full, I think.
Yeah, working through it slowly. I'm loving everything.
Nice.
Definitely, like we talked about yesterday, it's, using it as a clip mine, I think is how Ryan put it.
Yeah. Plenty there. So, right, let me share screen again and go over some tasks that people are doing. Right, so this is created by Zero Darts to audit the paywithz.cash listings. There are about 400 merchants listed on paywithz.cash, and we need to find out if they are still accepting Zec and if they still exist. So thank you, Zero Darts, for creating this task. And for everyone that's in... Sorry.
Yeah, I just want to say that's a perfect task. Thank you, Zero.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, for everyone that's in this meeting, if there is something that you find that needs to be done, something that contributes to Zcash, you can create the task. Very similar to Zero Darts. He found something that was missing and he created the task, and now someone's doing it. Okay, so it's a completely open platform. You don't need to ask me for permission. You can create the task, and if it's a good suggestion, it'll go through, right? So, like, yeah, that's how it works. It's an open source education platform. If you see something that contributes to Zcash, you can just go ahead and proceed. Okay, so yeah, there was a change to the DEX listings website. Let's put that up. And okay, so the URL is DEX. And here we list the dexes. Of course, Leo Dex needs to be added, and we could probably add Dorito Dex with like a coming soon thing. This needs work. Fairly incomplete. There was a suggestion on the forum that we should change the way our exchanges are shown. Someone was quite adamant that non-custodial exchanges should be renamed to centralized swap platforms. And so we've gone ahead and done that. It's just that the buttons need to be sorted out and the listings themselves need to be rearranged. Yeah, what else have we got going on? So yeah, is Main still here? I think he's gone. But yeah, we have a partially completed Zavax animation video, and in discussion with Kit, the lead at Red Dev, he gave a bit of feedback, and we're going to be like including his demo interface as part of the animation video. So Main's going to be helping out with that over the next couple of days. Yeah, Vito, are there any videos pending?
Sorry, come again?
Any videos that we've got in the works?
Yeah, we have 2 videos for Penumbra. One from the Light Wallet D. It's already done, so we just need to publish. And the MetaMask, and then I prepared one for the knee integration as well, with Zach.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we've been in talks with the NIM people, and like over the past 2 weeks, they've been super interested in doing something together with ZecHub Bounty Program. So this has been like on the back burner for a long time. Collab between NIM Squad League and the ZecHub Bounty Program. I think they've just ended one of their seasons. So in the next season of NIM Squad League, there's going to be some kind of partnership, maybe where both teams or both ecosystems are earning each other's tokens.
There is also the survey.
Oh yes, we have the survey. So yeah, we took I think 12 responses from the survey, and yeah, the majority of responses to so we had questions. How would you like to see ZecHub Wiki improved? Detailed explanatory texts from basic to advanced. More bounties available per week, providing more possible bounties for people to get involved with. I was wondering if proposals could be submitted through the ZecHub Wiki. So people having trouble with DAO. More possibilities for contribution, more tasks. Do more of developers' projects. And an AI feature on the webpage. Yeah, I think in terms of the bounties, so most of the responses were like bounties, more bounties per week. I'll give my personal viewpoint on having more bounties per week. And like, yeah. So we have a treasury of Zec, and yeah, it's divided into different allocations. Like some of the Zec goes towards global ambassador programs. Some of it goes to small bounties. So those are the ones that go out every week. Some of it was reserved for the hackathon. And some was reserved for community proposals. So yeah, we have a designer who joined the team, Croy. That was quite a large community proposal. We've had several global ambassador programs go through ZecHub DAO. So like Zcash Korea, Zcash Ukraine, Zcash Turkey, Zcash Arabia. This all takes a vast sum of Zec to support. And so like at this stage, it's fairly difficult to move the allocation from the projects which we have committed to support into other things. This will make more sense when I present the Treasury report. Yeah, did that make sense? I'd love to get feedback at this stage from everyone here.
Well, Scroll, I made that task list that I shared with you. Are you okay with me sharing that with the DAO now?
Yeah.
So that a possible. This is just some things that I've been noticing that could be worked on. But like Squirrel said, the idea is if you see something that you personally want to fix and know how to, that would be the best way. So I'll drop this markdown file in the text or in the chat below here. If you have any questions, you can message me separately, and I'll clarify anything that's not understood.
This is a great list. Yeah, so if you're interested in doing these things, you can create a task and proceed with it. Oh yeah, so something else very important that happened is during the last meeting, or maybe it was during a Friday lounge, we spoke with Zork and Ogaski, and Loa was here as well, and I think Tron was here as well. I can't remember, but we kind of we were discussing bounties and contributors, and exactly what's happening. So that's the impression. Many people gave feedback that people were creating multiple accounts so that they could create multiple applications for the same task and increase their chances of being selected. So the solution which we came to was that now people can, in fact, everyone who applies for a task, I think within reason, like 4 or 5 people, everyone who applies will be selected. You can produce the work. And the work itself, the submissions you make, are what gets evaluated based on the effort and the timeliness of your submission. So if you want to do something, go for it, apply, you will be selected. And based on the output, you'll receive the bounty. Okay? So yeah, that kind of eliminates the issue of Sybil's, people creating multiple accounts. If you want to do the work twice, you're more than welcome. Yeah. Hey, Ogaski. Interested in one? I'll create the task. Okay, that sounds good. Go for it.
Bruh.
Is there anything I'm missing, guys?
I think that was most of it, Squirrel.
Okay. Interested to senior dev. Yeah, I don't know if you're here. I was just sharing the hackathon, the hack page. So we can pick any task from the list. Yeah, you can pick any task and you can apply for it and you will be selected to do it. And then at the deadline of the task, I'm going to be going through all of the submissions and I'm going to pick the best one and the one that was like on time, right? So late submissions are like no longer accepted, basically. That's good to hear, Grant.
Squirrel, are you able to show the new dashboard, or is that still top secret?
No, yeah, let me get the link. So SpeedFox has been working on a new version of the dashboard. Let me see if I'm sharing screen. Okay, so this is our new dashboard. It's still in progress. but we have new charts. Yeah, so right now it's only showing Sprout. I think he still needs to pull values from the correct JSON files. And yeah, difficulty, issuance, lockbox, and flows. So this is one of the errors, right? From Dismad's list of tasks that we're looking for, to fix this, so anything which is an outflow should be in blue, and anything which is an inflow should be in green. So if you can fix this, if you know how to fix it, please do it. And yeah, so for Namada, we now have a drop-down menu for the tokens. So I think this looks better than the old version.
Yeah, I like it. And but also just so everyone's aware, the Namada tokens are showing the total supply. We need to update it to show the shielded supply. So, but the data is being collected. It's in our GitHub. It's all open source, so you can take a look at that. But we'll get it fixed up.
Oh yeah, we have more Namada news. One sec. Okay, so we have deposited 50% of our Namada holdings into the DAO treasury. So I think once this loads, sorry guys. Yeah, I didn't realize we had this much penumbra remaining. So I might do a DAO proposal to free this up so that we can use it for bounties. Yeah, here we go. 116,000 tokens. So yeah, 30%. We're going to hold a DAO meeting tomorrow to decide what to do with the. Of course, the DAO treasury is a smart contract on Juno, and so we need to decide if this is safe to keep 100% of our holdings, or if we should do other things with the Namada we have, like I don't know, stake it or issue Namada bounties, create a Namada bounty program, something like that.
And in terms of staking, we are running a validator. So if you want to stake your Namada to ZecHub, you can do so.
Oh, sorry, I had my mic off. Yeah, we have a Namada validator, and I think there's even more than yesterday, Dismad. So
What's wild is I don't know where this is coming from. So this
right.
isn't even part of what I signed up for with the article I was going to do. So this is separate. So this is like great to see. Like I don't know who it is, and that's crazy, and I think it's great. So but I'll drop the link.
Yeah, 500,000 NAM staked with ZecHub. Pretty cool. Yeah, so I'd actually invite, like, maybe we should make a post on the community forum where we invite Zcashers who do hold Namada to, like, stake a portion of their holdings with ZecHub. I think this would raise the profile of our project. And yeah, you can always convert your NAM staking rewards back into Zec. So yeah, virtuous cycle.
It's also good practice for when Zcash moves to Crosslink. We're going to have validators on Zcash too. So getting familiar with the process of staking is very, very educational. So I'm looking at it from that lens mainly.
Yep. Alrighty. So I think we went through everything. I'm gonna open up the floor now to everyone who's in the community, everyone who's in the meeting. You can open your mic and give your thoughts on the project, stuff you'd like to do, ideas. Go for it. I'd like to ask Senior Dev on ideas for what he wants to do in the hackathon. He's typing. So, well, still making my research on what to do. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've got Jenith in here as well. So we've got devs. Bee Hornet, maybe, I think. Exactly right. So, and Ogaski as well. The prizes, I'm really going to be quite candid. The prizes this year are massive. And we really, really want people to create apps that interact with the Zcash network. It's imperative that the apps you create actually perform transactions on the network. Okay, so to make sure that happens, I am entirely available, especially for devs who want to get going, running a full node, running a light wallet D server, or running Zingo CLI. So to interact with the Zcash network, you don't necessarily need a full node. You can just run Zingo CLI, put in a public light wallet server, that's light wallet RPC, and a seed phrase, and there you have an app that can interact with the network. Okay? So if you need help doing that, just give me a shout and I'll make time to go through it with you.
Sounds good, and I'm also available. So we're covering both sides of the planet. So wherever you are, there will be help available.
Jenith is typing. Yep, that's the right idea. Go for it, Jenith. It's super easy. And yeah, it's got commands. I need to add the list of commands to the developer's website. So this is also something that I think Tron did fairly recently, in the past week. He created, or he improved upon our developers. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our developers page. So yeah, we've split it up into introductions, fundamentals, and advanced. The quick start guide is what Tron really worked on. This is looking great. It includes a config file for Zebra. We do need to add some, like maybe an information box on people that are syncing with an external hard drive, just to edit this. And yeah, so it includes Zebra, Zeno, and Zingo CLI. So Jenith, I'll put this link here for you, and you try it and tell me how it goes. If you run into anything, let me know.
Just want to shout out to Zcash dev tool can also be used in a similar way. If you need help with that, let me know.
Whoa, what is this? voting. Interesting. Okay, so so you need to sign up. I'll do that in a second. Who made this?
Winter dropped the link, and he said his team deployed it publicly. So that's really impressive, Winter. We'll have to check it out.
Whoa.
Can you tell us a little more about what it is and how it came about?
Yes, this is the project I was talking about in the previous meeting, and it's a website. It basically uses the shielded transactions by Zcash blockchain, and where people can create elections for their private institutions or just their teams and have them with the blockchain immutable, transparent. You also have an Explorer link if you log in. You can see everything happening and all the transactions also happening. Someone casts a vote. We like it. We recently deployed it, I think 4 days back.
Wow.
And it's still in the beta mode. We're still, we have a bunch of people testing the bugs and all. Had some issues. But yeah, it's going on.
Nice. Impressive. Yeah, I'm interested to learn more. I'm going to register in a second.
Sure. Let me know if you receive the mail in a time or instant. We've been getting messages from people that they're not receiving the codes.
Nice. I'm
Is
curious.
this,
So, yeah.
is this going to be open source code or? Sorry, Squirrel.
Well, at the moment, it's going to be a private service because we're just testing if this actually, as a solution, works. And it's totally free to use at the moment, but we're just testing the feasibility and the requirement of the solution with Zcash.
Yeah. So one thing
Understood.
I'm curious about. Sorry, just mad. Yeah, one thing I'm curious about is because Zcash is fully anonymous. How do you prevent Sybils when voting, or in this like which specific use case you're targeting? Does multiple accounts not matter?
So the user doesn't have to be having a Zcash wallet for this. What happens is when, let's say, you create an election and you add candidates, um, it's not a decentralized voting application. It just uses the shielded transactions to actually prove that votes were actually casted by that very person. And obviously, the system doesn't allow multiple votes.
Ah, okay. So the shielded transactions are just for record keeping.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Interesting. So I have a potential solution. Yeah, something you might be interested to check out. I've shared this multiple times already, but you could incorporate something like this. So this is you might have heard of Rarimo protocol. It's very similar. And what this does is generate a ZK proof that someone... Where's the SDK? Okay, yeah. So this generates a proof of specific attributes of someone's passport. So when you're creating your ballot, yeah. Just
No,
something
go
to
on, go
check
on.
out. So yeah, like when you're creating your ballot, you could add restrictions. So people of a certain age are allowed to vote. People from a certain country can participate in the vote, and to participate, their passport would need to be valid. So this is one way to like have the privacy of record keeping on Zcash, and also make sure that the people are genuine. And it's super, super easy to use.
So do you, if I'm understanding right, are you talking about um, KYC of the users using these proofs?
Yeah, ZK KYC. So they don't reveal their name. They don't
Okay.
reveal their address. Yeah.
And you don't have to store the once the proof is generated when they supply their details, you don't have to store the information.
Well, there's two
And
options. Yeah, so you could either store the proof on chain on CeLo network, or you could store it off chain on your own server. But all that is stored is the ZK proof. Like, this person has a valid passport, this person is of a certain age, like these attributes here. And so yeah, that's it.
We've been actually thinking about the actual thing that you mentioned, ZK KYC, performing KYC using Zcash chain. Very interesting. Let's talk more about this. It's actually interesting.
Cool.
You know, I live in Ireland. I've been living in Ireland for last 1 year. The GDPR restrictions, they're increasing by day, and people are spending more on compliance than they used to spend earlier. And people are actually building solutions to improve KYC and this whole compliance process hassle-free and cheap. I think these proofs have the potential to make it secure.
Yes, fully agreed. Yeah, compliance costs is on the rise.
Maybe we
Yeah,
can
just
have
today.
this project in the hackathon. Actually thinking
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, you're more than welcome to submit it. Although I should note that all projects that are submitted to the hackathon need to provide documentation of how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, because ZecHub itself is an open source project, so all these submissions need to show like the documentation of the app. Can't really be
I get it.
yeah.
I get it.
Senior dev, ZingoCli doesn't need you don't store state database. It's just like running any command line interface or app. It's like having a wallet. All you need to do is connect to a light wallet server. All you need to have is a seed phrase. So this is a super quick way of developing with Zcash.
Agreed. But if you did have a full node already, you could use your full node, connect your Light Wallet D to your full node, and then connect Zingo CLI to your Light Wallet D locally. That's another possibility. So it works both ways.
And if you run a full node, you gain like Zcash community street cred because you're actually helping the distribution of the network across the globe. So at the moment, Tron has the most cred.
Yes, thank you, everyone that runs a full node. Even if you're doing it and you're not announcing it, I thank you.
Yeah, true. All right, guys. Yeah, I think we covered everything. Things to look forward to in the coming weeks. Mainly hackathon. Get ready, get prepared. If you need help, give me a shout. We're going to be having podcasts for Zingo coming out soon. Tutorial for MetaMask is on the way. More UIK coming from Croy. And oh yeah, I completely forgot. There was a design subDAO proposal made by Yogi. Excuse me, design subDAO proposal from Yogi, and they're hoping to produce graphics assets for ZCool. So this is the Zcash multi-sig wallet created by Han, a community developer. And this proposal says design subDAO should really be helping make the app look good. So they're going to start with the logo. Bounty of 4.5 SEK has been, I guess, approved in 2 days. So everyone that's on the design subDAO is going to be creating concepts which they're going to submit to Han. I think this is awesome. What I'd like to see in conjunction with this, maybe another proposal could be listed, is not just a logo, but other things like a full set of assets which he can use in his wallet. Yeah.
I actually
That'd be
had
nice
a
to see.
question for Dan in relation to this, because I think it'd be a really cool idea to do not only ZCool but the Z3 stack, like Zano. I don't know if Zano has a logo, and then Zale. And Dan, that was my question. Do you know if ECC is going to design a logo for Zale, or is that something that could be outsourced to the community?
I think that could be outsourced. I could ask internally. The person who would maybe do it would be Pablo, our Zashi designer. But no, I think this is a cool idea. I'd be down to share this internally and see what people think.
Yeah, that would be great, because I think we have some very talented designers in the subDAO and also just in the community, and that would give them an opportunity to showcase their work
Yeah,
in a way that's impactful.
cool. I like it.
Sweet. Yeah, kind of. Also, I don't know if you want to mention to the Zashi team, like, if community could submit skins for Zashi, like have a Brazil theme, Nigeria theme for Zashi, stuff like that.
Like in the app, or when you're like in the, like the app logo where when you click it.
Either and or, yeah, anything.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
customization,
Okay.
you know?
Cool. Yep. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I can bring both these up with Andrea and Pablo.
Like the old school Zcash logo instead of the new one.
Sure.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Cool.
Or a Zcash D theme. Just being silly now.
Oh, the retro heart.
Where it's on.
Yeah.
Oh, I've always liked that. That is cool. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks everyone for joining. We will post this up on the YouTube channel pretty soon. And yeah, if you have questions later on, you can tag me in the main chat. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Cheers. Bye.